Greetings. Welcome back to A Cup of Conversation with me, Nidra Simmons. I hope you all are having a wonderful day. It is Wednesday, hump day, yay, yay. I'm coming on today just to, first of all, unwind because it has been a very, very busy week so far and we're only on the third day of the week. So I want to come on and just unwind and to have a cup of conversation. I had the privilege of seeing a movie last night, and the movie, I don't want to say the name because I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but it was a very interesting movie. And for those who are parents and they have children, sometimes it's wise to see what it is that your children are looking into or what they find very interesting. You might be surprised at how interesting it would be for yourself. So anyway, I was watching this movie rather, and it was a cartoon. And in this cartoon, it had a lot of very interesting pieces in it. I looked at the movie and all I saw was a lot of spiritual information in there. And I wanted to share it with you all out there because for me, it allowed me to see that I'm not too far from what my kids are seeing, and the way that I think is not too far off from what they think. And, sometimes as older adults, you tend to think that your children might think that, oh, my mom is a little too, or my dad is too old, but not realizing there's a lot in common that you have with your children and your parents, vice versa, however you want to look at it. But in this movie that I saw, it was talking about slaying demons, and spiritual warfare is real. And I've talked about that before, and I am still a child of God. Warfare is out there, and we have to protect ourselves as children of God, as individuals that believe in a higher power, that believe in God, Mother, Father, that have spirit teams, guardian angels, archangels. And in this movie, of course, what they were doing was killing these demons. But I want to talk about that on a more of a not personal for me, but on a personal level, as far as how they have these challenges, and how people looking from the outside looking in might think that that's something they can get over. But people that's really going through stuff, you don't know the extent of how much they have to fight just to see above water. Something that somebody go through, one might go through with no problem. Another person might go through it and they're really challenged, and it's a really hard time to get to the point to where they're above water, to where they can see the light and they can move forward and don't get attacked again with those same spirits. Spirits can be anything. Demons can be anything. It's not a monster coming in after you. It can be something that you're addicted to. It could be a way of upbringing. In this particular movie, there was a demon. As I was watching the movie, they were fighting to kill this demon, to get rid of him. And he would not die. They would chop off his arm. He'll have an arm that would come back. They would try to slice his head off. He's holding his head to keep it on. I mean, this particular demon was fighting, and he was fighting to keep his negative powers flowing. And it made me look at people. Like, for example, this particular demon, when he was younger, he went through a lot of abuse. And he had to tell himself that he had to keep fighting. He had to keep fighting. He had to take the abuse. He had to keep going through all the bad things, because that was his goal. That was what he had to be to make it. To stay whole, he had to keep fighting, whether it was hurting other people, killing other people. And it's not right to kill people. So I don't even know if I can get far with this conversation without people taking it the wrong way. This was a cartoon that I was watching, mind you, but I want it to, it made me think about how the spirit world out there is real, and how people go through a lot of things. And it's hard for them to overcome some of the things that they had to overcome. And also in this same movie, it was another slayer who had mirror characters, meaning he would come in and allow people to see them, the people that were evil, see their true selves, see what it was that they were running from, to see how hard it was to hide who they really were. So in this in this movie, the character pretty much put a mirror to the demon and allowed the demon to see itself for who they really was. They had to go and relive all of the hard things in their life that they had saw before that caused them to want to be so hard. And I don't want to take this out of context because I'm not promoting violence by no means. Violence is not what I'm promoting. It's wrong to hurt anybody. But I'm talking to those people that have challenges and have issues, real life issues that they have to overcome. And it's hard for them to overcome because they're so deep into the negative. They're so deep into the bad part of whatever it is that they're doing that they can't see that what they're doing is not helping them, it's causing them more harm. This particular character in this is going back to the first one I was talking about. I don't want to give no names. I don't want to spoil the movie. And it's a kid's movie, but it needs maturity in it if you're going to go watch this particular movie. But the point that I'm trying to bring out is everything that we see out here had to come from something. Had to come from somewhere, someone's imagination, someone's life, someone's way of thinking. That's how we have all these movies. A lot of these things have some type of solidness in it that you can learn from. It all depends on your perception and how you are looking at things and how strong you are mentally to make sure that you are not putting negative things in place of harming or hurting anyone. But I hope what I'm saying is clear. And what I'm trying to say is this particular entity that was on this movie had dealt with being abused, being beaten, had to fend for themselves, had to take care of elders, had to do a lot without the adults there properly telling them or showing him what it is that he needs to do until a certain time in his life. And then when he got that person that was there to help him, someone took that away from him. So that brought back more anger and hurt that was never solved or dealt with the first time. So he's dealing with anger on top of anger on top of anger to where all he wants to do is hurt people. And how many of you out there know that hurting people hurt others? We need to be healed. We need to learn to love ourselves. We need to learn to forgive ourselves. And we need to learn to forgive others, not for them, but for you. And I know that's a lot harder said than done, depending on what it is that you had to overcome. But it's for you. You have to be able to move on. You need to call your power back from everything, person that was out there to try to hurt you or harm you, because you are important, you know. And I'm sorry that people had to go through what they had to go through. I'm a strong believer that, you know, the things that I go through is to help others. A lot of people don't feel that way. A lot of people is just closed-minded and they want to hurt other people because they were hurt. But we need to learn to love ourselves and to learn to forgive ourselves so that we can go out there and be better people to help others. I want to make sure I came across really on point and not way out there, because the movie I did not expect to. I didn't know what to expect when I saw the movie, first of all, and second of all, I can't escape what I was feeling when I watched this particular cartoon. It was very. It was very action-packed, but not your regular action. It was more of it was an energy of where you want to do good to help others, in my case. But looking at the movie, it was a lot of, you know, trying to help others by any means necessary. And I'm not promoting the any means necessary. I'm trying to promote helping others, meaning that people go through things and others may not know how serious it is that they're going through whatever it is that they're going through, and that they don't know how to ask for help. But people do give clues about needing help, but you just have to be aware of what those clues are. So again, I hope that what I'm saying is helpful. I want to help people. I feel this passion, this compassion to want to help people. And I know that the energies out there are all over the place. So if you do watch any movie that that has any type of violence in it, you need to make sure that you're strong enough to watch it. I always say pray, ask God to clear your mind, to keep you focused, to keep you filled with love, and to keep you aware and protected through the movie and throughout the movie. And that's anything you see, anything that you hear. Ask for God's protection and ask for God's awareness. Ask God what is the message that He wants you to get out of this to help others. But again, the movie was I liked the movie. It was good because I saw a lot of things in there that can help you help others, and from how I saw it. Kids might look at it differently. But the whole purpose of this conversation was just to have a cup of conversation, have some food for thought, to let parents know that you might not realize how much on the same line you are with your children, and to take time to see what it is that your children are interested in, what is it that they're watching, what it is that they're seeing, and have a conversation about it, because you don't know where their mind is at in all of this. And this way you can be on the same page and realize that you may have more things in common than you thought. So until next time, stay positive, love yourself, keep God first, love yourself, respect yourself, love others, forgive others for you. Forgive others for you. Because you don't want to give your power away because you can't forgive somebody. If God has given you life and breath in your body to continue to live and to make it, and to continue to go forward, to see that light at the end of the tunnel, forgive them for you. Until next time, have a wonderful day. Peace.